New Lands, by Charles Hoyfort, Part 2, Chapter 15F. In the London Times, November 9, 1858, a correspondent writes that, in Cardiganshire, Wales, he had, in the autumn of 1855, often heard sounds like the discharges of heavy artillery, 2 or 3 reports rapidly, and then an interval of perhaps 20 minutes, also with long intervals, sometimes of days and sometimes of weeks, continuing throughout the winter of 1855-56. Upon the 3rd of November, 1858, he had heard the sounds again, repeatedly, and louder than they had been 3 years before. In the Times, November 12, someone else says that, at Dogley, he, too, had heard the mysterious phenomenon, on the 3rd of November. Someone else, that, upon October 13th, he had heard the sounds at Swansea. The reports, as if of heavy artillery, came from the west, succeeding each other at apparently regular intervals, during the greater part of the afternoon of that day. My impression was that sounds might have proceeded from practicing at Milford, but I ascertained, the following day, that there had been no firing of any kind there. Correspondent to the Times, November 20th, that, with little doubt, the sounds were from artillery practice at Milford. He does not mention the investigation as to the sounds of October 13th, but says that there had been cannon firing, upon November 3rd, at Milford. Times, December 1st, that most of the sounds could be accounted for as sounds of blasting in quarries. Daily News, November 16th, that similar sounds had been heard, in 1848, in New Zealand, and were results of volcanic action. Standard, November 16th, that the mysterious noise must have been from Devonport, where a sunken rock had been blown up. So, with at least variety, these sounds were explained. But we learn that the series began before October 13th. Upon the evening of September 28th, in the Dartmoor district, at Cardigan, a rumbling sound was heard. It was not supposed to be an earthquake, because no vibration of the ground was felt. It was thought that there had been an explosion of gunpowder, but there had been no such terrestrial explosion. About an hour later another explosive sound was heard. It was like all the other sounds, and in one place was thought to be distant cannonading, terrestrial cannonading. See Quarterly Journal of the Geological Society of London, Volume 15.